Hi, I'm Michelle Scherer. I'm a professor of civil and environmental engineering, and I'd like to talk to you today about lead in Iowans drinking water. My question is pretty simple, is how much lead is in Iowans drinking water? And I can give you really one answer: we don't know. I mean, we really don't know. And we're not alone. We're not the only state that doesn't know. But we're in a position right now where we need to be making some decisions about how we move forward. And I'm hoping what I can talk to you about a little bit today is to convince you to go out and speak about this with people and let people know that we need to, oh, thank you. You can't see it anyway. It doesn't matter. So, just listen to me. Okay, so some lead stuff. Let's talk. So one, lead is measured because in community water systems, it's not measured in homes. So your tap is not tested for lead, right? This is very important. This is part of the lead copper rule back from 1991. And so you are allowed to have, they have an action level. It's not a health-based action level. It's a level they can achieve with corrosion control, right? So EPA said, okay, you can have up to 10% above that level and you don't have to do anything. If you have more than that, then you need to put in corrosion control. The problem is you not sampling all the houses, right? So you don't know what's there. And the problem is the lead comes from the plumbing in the house, right? So the lead is not coming from the treatment. Your source water is likely clean of lead. But once it goes through your plumbing, that's where the lead comes from. It comes from lead solder. It comes from lead in plumbing fixtures. It comes from the lead service line coming into your house. And so in order to be able to really test, we need to be thinking about testing in the homes. So because of that, we really don't know. We have been measuring via the lead copper rule, and we do have action level exceedances in Iowa, and I have an amazing student, Amina Grant, who's looked at the data, and that's what this is up there, which you can talk about with me at the poster if you'd like. We definitely have action level exceedances in Iowa, and then what they have to do is they have to implement some type of corrosion control. They have to educate the population on what they can do. The problem is in Iowa, almost 20% of the people are drinking from what we call small community water systems, and the regulations on small community water systems are quite different, and then that's where we most often find action level exceedances. And so that's what we've been targeting measuring. So we've put together, we got funded through Cheek, Dave's center there, and we're going out and measuring in small homes. So schools is another issue I want to bring to your attention. So there is no regulations for schools, right? So community water systems are measured, and if the school is on a community water system, it's part of that, but it's not required to go in and measure in the schools anywhere. There's no federal regulations. States have started to regulate, and the map on the bottom there is the 26 states that have started to put policies. Iowa has not. So Iowa is one state that does nothing to look at lead in schools. Now, Saturday morning, we're going to go out and we are going to actually go measure at a school. And I think it's the first time a school has been completely measured in Iowa. And so we're going to try to get out there and do this and find out. The big thing with the lead, though, is that at the very low levels, there's demonstrated toxicity to students, to kids in terms of neurotoxicity, in terms of IQ levels, ADHD incidences, and so we need to really think about taking the burden down. We need to take it down from paint, we need to take it down from water. And so the answer to my question is there's not, we don't know, and I think people need to get out there and start telling people there's not regulations for this, it has to happen at the state, can you please start doing something about it? Thank you.